Well, hi guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to Sci-Fanatics. Well, we've been waiting for so long for this crossover episode between Star Trek Strange New Worlds and Star Trek Lower Decks to happen, and it is finally upon us. I have the sneak peek scene today for us to have a look at, which shows Boimler's appearance, what I'm guessing is his first appearance, on board the USS Enterprise under the command of Captain Pike. And it's great to see Jack Quaid playing his role of Braidwood Boimler in a live-action show. It's been waiting for it a long time, and it's great that it's finally here. So today we're going to have a look at the sneak peek scene. See what Boimler's up to in the sickbay of the Enterprise. Check out that, chat about it, and see what might be coming up in our Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds crossover episode. So without further ado, let's get into the sneak peek scene and see what's going on in next week's episode.
Hi, I'm Captain
Christopher Pike.
That's me.
Computer and program? Never mind. Sorry.
I love the fact that Boimler thinks right off the bat it's a holodeck program that he's in, and he's just making sure what's kind of going on here. Is this real life? Am I on the holodeck? What's going on? It's he's obviously just regaining consciousness from some event that has occurred for him, and he seems to have ended up 120 years into the past for some reason. So let's keep watching and see what might be the reason for that.
The portal. Oh my God! So that means I'm hello. That means I'm really on the
USS Enterprise, yes.
And okay. So, what's the start date then?
2291.6.
Ah, yes, 5 digits. Totally normal date to be living in.
So it seems like Brad's gone through a portal of some kind to get from the 24th century to the 23rd century. I wonder whether this portal that he's gone through, I wonder whether him and Mariner have been messing around with the Guardian of Forever, or there's just some other portal that they've been messing with that's got sort of a time travel-y mechanism to it. Obviously the Guardian of Forever is the most well-known portal that basically does time travel type mechanics, but there could be another. I love the detail in his costume here, right down to the logos on the bottom of his shoes. Quite often in Lower Decks you see them running and so forth, and you can see this sort of Starfleet logo and stuff on the bottom of their shoes. And they've gone to no expense to get the details right between the Lower Decks uniform and the uniform that he's wearing in this episode. It's great attention to detail. I also love the difference in stardate thing. Obviously, from Next Generation onwards, they established a 6-digit stardate, whereas back in original series it was only a 5-digit stardate. I love that little poking fun of the old stardate system and how kind of ludicrous that might seem to Boimler that they're still using that antiquated old system.
We already know you're from the future, so no need to do whatever it was you're trying to do.
Okay, thank God, because I'm seriously freaking out right now. I mean, I can't believe that I'm here.
Exactly how far in the future do you hail from, Anson?
Maybe 120 years, give or take.
Well, you don't look a day over 100.
Funny, Captain, what's happening?
You should hold on to this. Don't want you accidentally affecting the timeline before we get the chance to send you home.
I love Boimler's reaction to Pike's joke. But no matter what timeline Boimler is in, he's always kind of trying to suck up to the captain, whether it's Freeman or in this case Pike. That's just classic Boimler right there. I'm surprised at his reaction to Una. I would have thought he would have had a greater reaction to Pike's presence, knowing the whole wheelchair scenario and how he ends up. I thought he would have had a greater response to seeing Pike than to seeing Una. But maybe that will become clear that is somehow wrapped up in the plot of this episode. Strange that Pike ending up in a wheelchair and meeting him doesn't faze him, but somehow meeting Una does.
This is my number 1, Lieutenant Commander Una Chen Riley.
Nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm. And this is Lon Noonien Singh, our head of security.
If you'll follow me, Ensign.
That was weird. You don't think he knows something about my future, do you?
No, I'm sure he's just
Think he's just what? A little bit weird, maybe? I can't wait for this episode. This is going to be such a fun ride. I've obviously been watching Lower Decks since it started. And I always kind of thought, oh, geez, they kind of cast Tawny Newsome and Jack Quaid. They sort of look like their animated counterparts. So I sort of thought, well, if there ever was a means of crossing over them into live action, it would certainly be doable. And they've certainly taken on that task in this episode. We've all been waiting for this Lower Decks crossover for so long, and I really can't wait for it to play out next week. It's going to be such a good ride. I'm a little bit curious as to why Mariner isn't in this same scene with Boimler. I wonder whether they both come through this portal that Boimler speaks of at different times, or maybe they've both come through at the same time, but ended up on different parts of the ship. It seems odd that they're not together. So, or maybe Boimler comes through accidentally, and then Mariner comes through the portal to try to rescue him, or something to that effect. I'm really curious to understand the backstory as to how Boimler and Mariner end up on Pike's Enterprise. That's going to be so much fun. The other question is, are we going to get the Boimler scream in this episode? I would like to hope that at some point throughout the course of the episode we're going to get the Boimler scream. The character is renowned for his scream, so yeah, hopefully it's gonna creep into one of the moments on this episode. What do you think, Jack? Are we going to get a scream maybe in this episode? Fingers crossed. I think there's a better than average chance we'll get one in this episode of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, entitled "Those Old Scientists." Obviously, a reference to the comment that was made back at the end of season 1 when Ransom was talking about how he referred to the Kirk and Spock and Scotty days or whatever as TOS, which he referred to as those old scientists. So yeah, it's a cool link back to that episode. But guys, tell me what you think of this upcoming episode of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds / Lower Decks crossover, and yeah, leave a thought in the comment section. Let me know what your theories are in terms of how I don't know, how Mariner and Boimler end up on the Enterprise. We haven't got long to go. We've got less than a week to go before the episode, so can't wait for that. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sci Fanatics yet, please don't be shy. Click on that big subscribe button to stay current and up to date with all the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. There's a lot of my viewers on my channel that aren't subscribed. I think, looking at my analytics, only about 20% of my viewership comes from subscribed people. So if you're one of those 80% of people who watch my content and haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It really it helps the algorithm and helps YouTube know that people are keen on my content, and helps the channel grow. So I really appreciate your support and doing that. Also, check out my merch in the merch store. Heaps of cool hoodies, mugs, caps, t-shirts, stickers, you name it. It's all there. Great stuff to pick up at bargain prices, and help support the channel as well. And guys, I'll be back very soon with my next video. I'll see you soon.